and give our lady chairperson a round of applause for so ably presiding over today's event. We have come one more time at Port Zante in broad view to send a message that this Team Unity administration continues day after day to work for the good of the people of St. Kitts and Nevis. And our work on behalf of the people is here for all to see. So I've come this afternoon not just to give you a reminder about the quality of service which this government has been rendering since February 18, 2015 to this moment, but to remind you of our commitment to make this beautiful Federation of St. Kitts and Nevis the best managed small island state in the world. That is our vision for St. Kitts and Nevis, to make this beautiful country the best managed state in the world. And all of us can embrace that as a vision for the future. Those who want to see St. Kitts and Nevis progress understand that the anchor holds well with a Team Unity government. And what we are doing today, 20 years before us, in spite of promises after promises, none could deliver. The government then is doing the people's job. So this is a bold move. Many faltered at the crease, unable to execute. Today we come to remind you that the Minister of Public Infrastructure, the Honorable Ian Patches Liebert, is a man of substance and a man who can deliver. And I am very confident that as a result of his performance, which speaks for itself, that the people of East Bastia, when that moment of decision comes again, will separate the noise from the substance, and their choice must be Ian Patches Liebert again. And I will be there to bear witness to his excellent performance as a citizen who loves this country and whose entire career has been directed to build and to build and to build a great St. Kitts and Nevis. Do on behalf of the people. And there will be efforts to distract us, but we shall remain focused. And when we continue to perform, it must confound an opposition, lame and lazy as they are, and as they were in government. When it comes to delivery, we must confound them to know that we are doing those things which they couldn't do in 20 years. So when you hear them with their mischief, with their confused mind, with their manipulation, you say, look who is talking, the non-performers. Look who is talking, those who are unworthy. We are working on your behalf, and we have been doing a fantastic job. And so I commend the entire Team Unity cabinet, but this has been a teamwork. Put your hands together for your cabinet. I thank again Minister Liebert for being in the forefront of the enhancement of the productive infrastructure of our country. It is not just our cruise Pier, the second one, to which he has given good attention and has delivered on the promise. It is our road network that was left crumbling down, dilapidated, to use his words, that he has given his direct attention. And we are about to have all around the country the resurfacing of the island main road. Give Minister Liebert another round of applause. As we met the various buildings inadequate and unfit for purpose, it is the Minister of Public Infrastructure to whom we turn, and the Public Works Department, to ensure that we consecrate the future and make them today worthy for the future. And that is why very shortly, the Public Works Unit, which has basically been at the forefront of the delivery of our public infrastructure program, will be moving to new sites and the SSMC compound. And as they move out, we will begin the construction of the East Bus Terminal, again in service to the people of St. Kitts and Nevis. And it will be a state-of-the-art facility. Some of these things certainly you've heard promise be made. And while all can promise, the result of history, the result of our lived experience is that not everyone can deliver. Many talk the talk, but Team Unity walk the walk by doing on behalf of the people. And so that is why we hear discordant noises. Instead of them being bold enough to salute the incredible feats of a young government, doing what for 20 long years they could not do, we hear discordant voice. No new initiative, but the politics of destruction and the politics of abuse. And somebody remind me what President Obama's wife said, when Douglas and them go low, we go high. When Douglas and his entourage go low, we go high. Take our country to a higher level of engagement and development, and in the contest of ideas which we will bring to the people, it will be a contest in which there will be non-participants, because they are unworthy, worthy motley crew. Country needs to go forward, and we are taking it there. By the things that we are doing, by the vision that inspires us, by the attitudes we are inspiring in our people, that leads to greater ennoblement and consciousness of who we are. Small as we are, we can imagine. We can imagine a better day. We can imagine the substance of the song, tomorrow must be better than today. And we put our heart and our minds to it. Today we are delivering for the future. A second cruise here to deal with the outstanding achievement and success that has been Team Unity. It tourism industry. We have taken the cruise statistics to new dimensions. Geometric rise in cruise tourism for the first time since we have opened our ports. We have crossed the million-man mark in terms of arrivals in our country. Give your government a round of applause. Case then has been made over and over because we are performed and because we are doing an excellent job with our tourism program. We need to continue to expand and to bring quality. The minister took the effort and time to explain how large and nice and beautiful and structurally resilient the new pier will be and must be. Because the people have come to expect quality from the team Unity Administration, and quality works we are delivering. To God be the glory. Our country at this time has a team unity government, and great things we are doing on behalf of the people of St. Kitts and Nevis. Some can't deal with that reality, and so they want to distract us. In 2017, St. Kitts and Nevis, that aspires to be the best managed small island state in the world, was #1 in the Caribbean in the ICT Development Index across 100+ countries in the world. We were number 1 in ICT development. And across the wide world, we were number 37. Number 37 in a world of 900 countries. Your small island state, the smallest small island state in our Western democracy, ranked number 37 and first of its class in the Caribbean, thanks to a team unity government. We are building a better future for our people. Behind us was Bahamas at number 57, and we all the way at 37. Behind us was Trinidad and Tobago, oil rich, but still at 68. Behind us was Grenada, with all its spice, numbering 73. It is where we are at. It is in sync with our ambition to be the model for the rest of the world. When the IMF came 2-3 weeks ago, they marveled that St. Kitts has been leading the region with super performance in terms of its economic growth. The last 3 years of your team unity administration, positive growth, positive growth, positive growth. The last 3 years of the regime that was, those who are talking now the outer world, was that it was negative 3.9 in 2010, negative 2 in 2011, and negative 1 we about in 2012. First 3 years marred by negative growth. Negative growth means we were worse off, and for 3 consecutive years under the last administration, we were going down in the economic hole year after year. Consider the difference. first 3 years, our administration, positive growth, year in, year out. And for 2018, we are the only country that is projecting a growth of 5% in 2018. We are better than the rest. And we feel confident of our work on behalf of the people. And some can't believe what we're doing. And they want to distract us in our performance. And the other day, they learned a word that they should have long known. The word, they call it corruption. As if they just became acquainted with a word that was part of the DNA. That was in their DNA. Corruption was part of the DNA of the Douglas administration. And if they want to debate on that, tell them I am ready to debate it. I am ready to debate it. And I tell them to give the explanation why the former Prime Minister, while serving as head of the government, was unable to get his US visa renewed. Give the explanation and we start off the debate from there. But another time, another moment. Look who is talking. Look who is talking and what they want to talk about. Ours is an agenda for the people. An agenda which we appreciate involves sacrifice day in, day out. We have been serving uncorruptible as we all can be. And we stand by our service and our love and our patriotism and our pride on behalf of the people of St. Kitts and Nevis. My word today, as my word in the beginning, we shall never let down the people of St. Kitts and Nevis. Whatever it takes in the prosperity agenda, whatever it takes in delivering the good governance agenda, we will be up to it to deliver better than the expectation of our people. That brings me to say why CNC, Triple C is here. But before I go there, the World Justice Project, Rule of Law, assesses corruption everywhere. And this year was no exception. It assessed Canada on corruption. It assessed other countries in the Caribbean on corruption. And corruption across 8 indicators. 8 indicators. St. Kitts and Nevis was ranked the least corrupt in the Caribbean region. Hail you, the people, and your government. This ain't no Camby-Namby man talking. This ain't a leader that was talking. This is a reputed publication of independent analysis with a methodology that can withstand the test of time. This is not a man harking in the darkness with a lust for power which he has lost. This is a group of professional people in St. Kitts and Nevis, in government, across justice and other important entities. They could hardly find credible evidence of corruption. They did that for 2017 and 2018. If they do it now, they will find none, except in the camps of the Labour Party. And we are ready to debate that. We are ready to debate that. Look who is talking, the man that was. asked the man why he was. This facility would not have happened because those who lost the power and the love and the support of the state went out of their way to dissuade the Canadian government from doing anything. Wrote a letter, we told you about that letter. And look what happened. Today, the people separate noise from substance. So all of us must do. And they are here standing with the people of St. Kitts and Nevis as we look forward to a better future in tourism development in our country. So let's give the representative of the Government of Canada, High Commissioner Marie Legault, a round of applause. Take a stand, please. Let's also thank the representative of the CCC, President Martin Zabloki. Give him a round of applause. Our commitment to good governance start to decide we have signed every law that is to be enacted. We have enacted. Those that they failed to enact, we have enacted them, like good governance, like the IPL, which come and stream by June of this year. Integrity in public life. But for 20 years they were never involved in government. Now they are, because of you. How are we doing? Judge against the expectations of the people. Our government, representing the democratic will of the people, is doing well. And I say thank you. I say thank you to Minister Liebert for the roads to come, the second cruise pier, the Bastille High School, which must be delivered, the improvement in our infrastructure everywhere. And to say his performance represents the performance of an entire team which the people voted for. St. Kitts is fast becoming the country with the largest number of branded hotel properties in the entire world. Fast becoming that on a per capita basis, the destination with the largest number of branded, soon to come census, soon to come with Starlton, soon to come another one after that, soon to come another one after that. We are making things happen on behalf of you. In an area in which we are extremely competitive, given our small size and physical limits, especially, we are doing extremely well. And this activity in which we are engaged today is consistent with that. It is about expanding our entry in tourism, one of the industry in which we have shown a high level of competitiveness. So to all who helped in any way in making it happen, my government said thank you. And I want to thank His Excellency for coming, taking the time, being part of history. He was a part of the original Port Zante creation. And he's here as the head of the state to witness the building and the foundation, building and the bedrock, building a pathway for prosperity of our beloved country. Let's give His Excellency a round of applause. I want to thank the Honorable Jean Hamilton, our Minister of Poultry. He promised me that in the next couple of weeks, week after week, I will be handing out keys to the people of St. Kitts and Nevis. So Mr. Hamilton, when we will start? Is it next month or this month? As soon as he returns home, he will work out the program. I of course want to thank our Senator in the Ministry of Health, the Honorable Wendy Phipps, for the good works that are happening there. The construction of a brand new Mary Charles facility, hospital, the construction and going of the Tabernacle Health Center, the delivery for the first time of a mental health facility for the people of St. Kitts and Nevis, the developments in oncology. Everywhere you look, you see the value and substance of our work on behalf of the people. So I say thank you to the members of the people, to our Cabinet Secretary who helps keep us organized, meeting religiously on your behalf, sometimes twice and 3 times a week, sometimes until 8 and 9 o'clock, because we don't pay attention to time when we're in Cabinet. We pay attention to delivery. To the members of the business community who are here, thank you for your support, because the development of the country, the drug growth, must be driven by the private sector. So we say thank you to Senator Byron, who has been our new member in the Parliament, serving as our Deputy Speaker of the Parliament. We say thank you, because we love democracy, we practice it, we fought for it, and we will strengthen it every day. And you, as a female in the Parliament, in the seat of the office, represents the participation of women who were led by the first elected member of the House, Ambassador Constance Mitchell. Give her a round of applause in our midst. We salute all women and men for their contribution to national life. So one final word of thanks to the people of St. Kitts and Nevis. How proud I am of the Prime Minister. And let me salute the Ambassador of Taiwan, my good friend Ambassador George Shue, who has been here and has been an excellent representative of his government. Give him a round of applause. Let me reaffirm to the people, I love you. I love the people of St. Kitts and Nevis, and I serve my people unconditionally from a heart of love, a mind dedicated to spend every working moment in advancing the cause of my beloved country. I hold no other passport, neither to Dominica nor America. So I can say, of all the lands to the east or west, I love my land. I love St. Kitts and Nevis the best. Regardless of all, I thank you.